What's up, everybody? We're gonna jump right into this, and this right here is your Resident Evil 0. It appeared on the PS3 and also on a Nintendo Wii. Honestly, I believe it was a much better game for the Wii. As you can see, I'm playing it here on the PS3. The controls are hellish, and it just makes the game really fun. It really does. This here is Dark Side Chronicles. Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles. It also appeared on the Nintendo Wii and PlayStation 3. Once again, the controls are quite hellish. Makes the game very difficult to play. The PlayStation 3 had an open canvas when it came to this, to basically just make this game more than just a port. Like when they took Resident Evil 4 from the Nintendo GameCube and pushed it to the PS3, the graphics were cleaner, the controls were easier. I mean, they did it there, but they didn't do it right here or in Resident Evil 0. And you're going to see what I'm talking about when it comes to the graphics and all that. Now, this looks clean right here. I mean, it doesn't look bad. But when we step into gameplay, right here, as you can see, they just kind of dropped the ball a little bit. I mean, that looks like PS2. You know. Now, not to say that PS2 is horrible, but when a system talks about its power or what it can do, by all means, please show us. Really, show us. This is Resident Evil 5. Now, this is where they kind of started to show their power. As you can see, detail on his shirt, detail in the background, things going on. You know, people kind of doing their own thing here. You can see Sheva, you can see Chris, and in a moment you're going to see the detail in their faces a little bit. You see just the smoke in the background. I don't know if something's on fire there. And I mean, like, things transition pretty smooth. You see the size difference between Chris and Sheva. It's not like they're just the same height, same size. One looks like a man, one looks like a woman. This right here is where Resident Evil began to show that it can make an action horror game something that it tries to say that it is. Resident Evil 6, in my opinion, wasn't a bad game. A lot of people didn't like it. And when I asked them why didn't they like it, they gave me the answer. It was basically just a rehashed version of Resident Evil 5. Now, that is true to a point. Did they bring anything truly new to the series? Not really. Did they bring some of the things that we really wanted? Yes. Meaning that you can aim and shoot. That's a big thing for a lot of people because we play shooters so much. So yeah, being able to aim and move around at the same time. Also, you run low on bullets, you can hit somebody with your fist or kick them to get a chance to run away. You don't have to draw your knife. Also, 5 and 6 promote team play, which is something I really, really like. That was pretty funny. He just pushed the camera all up on that guy's face. Not a horrible game, not the best. Now, the Resident Evil series, the Resident Evil game you're about to see right now is 7. So while this is playing, I'll kind of talk about a couple of other things too. There was Resident Evil Dead Aim, which I believe came out for the PS2. Um, I don't know what to say about that game. It is actually nice. So we're just going to move on beyond that. Then there was Resident Evil Outbreak. Outbreak, those were actually pretty decent games. Meaning there was Outbreak and then File 2. File 2 was pretty much a rehash version of the first one. You just added like a couple of characters. The stages look a little bit different. It did have online play. PlayStation 2, I don't believe, even has online servers, or the servers are down now, if I'm not mistaken. But even to play it offline, it's actually a pretty fun game. It's like taking people from different walks of life and you throw them into one mixing bowl of what goes down in Raccoon City, and everyone has different skills. So like one person may know how to pick locks, or another person is like a cop, another person is a security guard, another person has a lot of speed so they can move faster. Somebody else may have like a large backpack so they can carry more. It's you have to kind of choose your team wisely who you want with you. So it's a pretty fun game. Also, Operation Raccoon City is showing what happened with Umbrella's private security, and it takes place in a time frame of like Leon and Claire, which, if I'm not mistaken, that would be Resident Evil 2. And it shows it from their point of view, what was going on. And it's actually a really good game. I would say, if anything, Outbreak, which came out on the PS2, if anybody still has the ability to play PS2 games, go ahead and grab that one and try it out. In Operation Raccoon City, play that, because it plays like, if anybody's ever played SOCOM, it plays a lot like SOCOM. So if you like SOCOM, or you like those types of games, you're gonna really like that. So, and everybody has like special abilities. Like the guy I like to pick is Vector, and you can upgrade his abilities that he has already. Like he can make himself invisible, so he can cloak himself so he can make it so it lasts longer. You can upgrade your weapons, buy new weapons, armor, things like that. Everyone has different things that they can do. It's a really interesting story. So, and I think they were supposed to be used as fillers for the series because of the gaps, and they actually turned out to be fairly decent games. So pick those up when you get a chance. But as you've been watching this, you can see this is Resident Evil 7 that's going to be coming out sometime in late December, early January next year. Late December this year, early January next year. As you can see, the detail and things, that was gross with the whole giant roach thing. But you can see the detail, and like the leather that was on the chairs and stuff, the little spider webs that you just saw there, and the light that you're seeing there, I can't tell if it's from a flashlight or if it's from the back of someone's cell phone, but you can see the wood is aging. Now you can't hear the video gameplay here, but this one right here, I would have to say they have actually done it. After all these years, we've all been waiting for it. They have actually stepped into the action horror game like realm, because it was more of a boo factor. It was boo, like, are you scared? Did I get you? Zombie hiding behind a wall or something like that. This one is it's like they took notes from Silent Hill. Silent Hill was actually a scary game because Silent Hill had one of those things where you knew something was going to happen. You didn't know when, you didn't know how, but you knew it was going to happen. And if you play this teaser, you can actually see what I'm talking about. Over time, I will talk about things like good headsets, surround sound systems, TVs to get the most out of your gaming or just entertainment overall. But this right here, if you have a decent headset, and what I found, most people don't spend the money on a decent headset. So even if you just have on an okay headset, you'll hear some of what this game has to offer on the demo. And let me tell you, it is creepy. I mean, what I want you to look at is, as you can see, I'm just walking around, just walking up to things, and the demo is actually really, really short. But I'm just taking my time walking around, looking at all these different things, so you can actually see the different details in like rooms, on the dressers, everything like that. So let's see what we're gonna come up to next. Okay, so you see this little dresser here. You see how the paint is peeling back and it's fading. Looks like it's been like rubbed up against something, and when you rub wood that has paint on it up against something, and it peels that part of paint back. You can see how the wood has an aged look to it. Now, who you play as in this game, I have no idea. Only thing I know is that when you start the game, it said, "Get out of the house." Well, that's creepy enough as it is, but most people, well, at least I would run right for the door, kick the door open if possible, and I'm out. But it's a Resident Evil game, so that's not gonna happen. You have to go find keys and clues and things like that. But as you can see, this kitchen right here, it looks rather disgusting. And you're walking down a hallway, minimal light. Kind of give you that feeling that, is something behind you, is something going to jump behind you, and it's going to be something that you're going to actually understand when you sit there and you play the game, because not being able to hear it, you're not getting the effect. You're seeing it, but you're not really getting it. Like this right here is nasty. Yeah, that's kind of sick. And I have a large library of games. So if there's a game that you guys want me to look into, the detail of the game, point out some of the finer points of it, kind of dig into the history of it a little bit. Obviously I couldn't dig into this one too far. Like, I was trying to gather footage from the original Resident Evil, the first one. It's a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be, but I will get it. So if anybody really wants to see that, just be patient, and I'll grab a hold of that as soon as I can. You can email me at tellmeyousawthat at gmail.com. Suggestions, just drop them there. Like if you want to see something on Call of Duty, a lot of people like Call of Duty. I really don't do Grand Theft Auto too much because Grand Theft Auto has been run into the ground. And even when you have people who do bad reviews on it, or they're just showing gameplay or whatever, anything you could have possibly wanted to know, you've probably already seen already. So, Grand Theft Auto probably won't be one of my things I'll do. I'll probably talk about it here and there, but probably not unless they come out with something different. Because they've basically run Grand Theft Auto into the wall 9 times over. But like say if there's a something like Battlefield. Now if I do Battlefield, I'll most likely do Call of Duty as well. And and the reason why I would do that is because Call of Duty and Battlefield, it's kind of like your Chevy Ford rivalry thing, and I play both, and I appreciate both of them in different ways, and it's not one of those one is just better than the other. No, they both have something to offer. So you guys want to give me suggestions? Like I said before, tell me you saw that at gmail.com, and I'll go ahead and look at the emails that you guys send, and I'll try to produce videos for you guys. And as you can see here, this is a finger, and that's not going to fit right there. Or if it does, it's not going to do anything. But this game right here, I mean, you can see the detail in the rug right there that had wrinkles. This right here is the leather. I'll look at it again. Look at the table right here. It looks like an old wooden table. I remember seeing tables like this when I was a kid, and the table has scratches on it. It's an old television. I mean, this VCR looks like something you might find at Walmart or something like that. I'm not even sure people still use those things. But you guys play this, you guys will not be disappointed. Will not be disappointed. One thing I did want to point out is, as you can tell here, you're watching video footage of something that already happened, if you didn't know. Now, as you're watching this, you're looking through the eyes of the cameraman, and there's things that you're going to notice that you look around, you find, you move, in this time frame, and then you go back into present day. It's like I can't think of what that's called, but it's like you unlock something in the past to find it in present day. Or at least that's what it seems like. I mean, they may take that out when the product's complete, because this is the unfinished version of this game, and to be honest with you, just from what I see right now, they're off to a really good start. So if this is what Capcom is doing, by all means, please keep it up. Make sure this one is great. Make sure the next one is great. As you can also see here, you're in some kind of basement. Now, a little creepy, but you know, I would say the Resident Evil team has definitely stepped up their game, and there you go. It and you can also see here the note has changed, and it was moved from wherever it was to like right in front of you, so you find it when you finish watching that show. As you can see, you try to sit there and make a run for it. And that's your teaser. And even though you sat there and you watched this, I would still recommend you download it, play it yourself, and if you can't turn up your surround sound system or something like that to produce good sound, put a set of good headphones on and play it. This I would definitely say